guys, so I have a project share, and this is for Anne, who's Anne Loca 2. I'm gonna link her. I can't remember the number that comes after it, but she's hosting a one-on-one sweet and spooky swap, and all one-on-one means is that it's different than a group swap. A group swap is when everyone sends stuff to the host, and then the host does reveals on their channel, and then the host determines like the switch somehow. A lot of people do it randomly. Some people do it a little more intentionally, and then they send it out to the person, and then they're surprised at who they got. In a one-on-one swap, you don't have the middleman. So basically the host just assigns the partner, so you know who your partner is all the way through usually. So this is a one-on-one swap, and my partner is actually Liana, and it's a deal. So you're probably already following her, but I will make sure to also link her in the title of this video, as well as I'll put both of their Instagrams in the description bar. And the requirements for this, it was basically like a 13 days of Halloween. So you just have to do 13 items. They can be store-bought, they can be handmade, they can be a combination. Like one item might be like a set of 2 bows. Another item might be like some embellishments, bag toppers, whatever. So I did a combination of store-bought and also handmade. And I actually did this swap last year when Lacey hosted it. And my partner, I did the same thing. So I will show you just the handmade stuff. The store-bought stuff, I'm not really going to show you because it's just, you know, stuff. And you'll have to watch her video to see those things because she'll probably show them. But I'll start with I'll just show you the handmade stuff. So one of the first things that I made was actually this. This is actually just a packet that I made just to hold some store-bought stuff, and some of this is store-bought, some of it is handmade, so I will show you what's in here. But I did put her name on it, and this trim is just the orange trim is from Michaels, and this little ghost trim is also from Michaels. I think this ghost trim is from this year, so I just kind of put those together. These bat wings are from Temu, and actually I think I might put something on the center here. I was kind of trying to leave it, I don't know, we'll see. But then I put her name, and then I did put a huge rosette here, and I just layered up some of the embellishments. So the collection that I mostly used was Doodlebug Sweet and Spooky, and I thought that was a good thing since the name of the swap is Sweet and Spooky. And so these are literally puffy stickers, the ephemera, and then I made some rosettes. I actually made these rosettes, extra black rosettes, last year, and I saved them in my Halloween stuff. So a lot of my rosettes were already made this year, so that was nice. So anyway, I made this pocket like to fit this, like, and it's literally just like 2 sheets of paper with like one of the pages is scored, and that's it. It's very like simple. It's really not much. And then in here, I made it to fit this stuff. So I did get her these 2 witch dies. This one actually says witch on it. And then these are bingo cards. There was a bingo set at Target this year. I didn't actually like do any crafting with it, but the cards themselves are like thick cardstock, and then these are some pieces like for the board, and then these are some of the calling cards. So we just like I've been using bingo cards as like, you know, to decorate stuff, and so that's what I basically gave her a few of the pack that I got. And then I also got some old maid cards, and I used these myself to make notebooks, and I do have a project share. The video that's titled my outgoing boo mail shows you like how I use these. So I did give her some of those out of that pack, and then I gave her a couple of napkins. I remember when we were all hauling napkins, I remember her saying like she wished she had the space for all of this, so I figured I would give her like a few of each of the, you know, napkins, because maybe she doesn't want to keep all these packs, but having a few of each probably won't take up too much space. So I also laminated some napkins for her, and I didn't do anything with them, so I figured they're already ready to go. Okay, sorry guys, I got interrupted, but I was just saying that I laminated some napkins that she can do what she wants with. I figured I did the hard work so she can sew on them, making them into a pocket, do whatever she wants. And then I also laminated and sewed right around a border around this. And I showed you guys how I turned these into shakers. And I do have a video, that same outgoing boo mail. So if you want to see some of the more details on these things, you can watch that video. So I did do this one, and then she can figure out what she wants to do with it. And then I also turned one of these bingo cards into a shaker, and I'm sending this to her. And then these are actually bags that I picked up this year. And what I did with these was I laminated them and used them as backing to put like a ribbon trim around. And actually it's funny because I put white paper and like this turns into like this. Like, do you see how much brighter it gets when you put paper and you laminate it? Like, it just looks so much different. So this was really fun. And the nice thing about the bags is that each bag can make like 2 of those if you, and then I also use the sides because one of the sides has a seam, but one of the sides doesn't. So I actually use one of the sides to make bookmarks. So many things you can do with these things, and I've been having a blast, and I plan on doing so much of like fun stuff like this for Christmas. So my brain was really like, I really took my time with doing this because, you know, sometimes I'm like signed up for so many swaps, and I got to really just play around. So anyway, so I'll put this away later. Okay, then I also got, during back to school time, I bought a couple of these, which these are just, sorry if you guys hear my kids in the background. I will never get this video recorded. It's Halloween. They're excited. Like, anyway, so this is actually one of those locker. This was a cork thing, and it's magnetic. But I kind of turned it more into like a picture frame. So I figured she could put one of those little 2x3s, like a little wallet size right here. And I put the word costume because I figured she could like put a costume or like a costume that she likes, you know, for Halloween. Well, maybe herself or her kids. And then I did use another one of those rosettes that I had pre-made. I actually, this rosette I used when I sent her birthday challenge. I wonder if she's going to notice that I used that. So I thought that was fun. And then this is from Temu. The web, and then this bow was I had already made, and then this is just ephemera and puffy stickers from the collection. And then this guy I actually didn't show you guys when I hauled this because I forgot it in one of my haul videos and I couldn't bother like editing it and adding it. So but this, there was like a little garland that was sold in like the, you know, the dollar plus section, and it had like maybe 20 or 20, like 15 to 20 of these guys. And it was like a lighted or a lit garland. And so I took the light out and took it apart so that because I just knew that these guys were going to be just so perfect to hang from things. So I'm so glad because I have a bunch of them like for next year too. But I glued this guy on here just because I thought he was cute. So that's what happened here. So I thought that was cute, and it was a nice like, you know, DIY of all the school supplies we were hauling. Okay, then I thought a fun way to gift cabochons, and this is already in the packaging. I probably shouldn't have. I always package before I do these videos because packaging just takes me so long. I thought this was a fun way to gift cabochons. And I actually like had this thought a long time ago, but I just never like executed it. So I thought this would be such a cute way because I just basically attach these with glue, hot glue. So she can leave it as is, or she can just plop these off and use the cabochon. So I did make this little bow. This is actually a faux leather bow that I created that I made like an extra of, and it just worked out perfectly for this. I have these ruffle tassels, which I'm not sure if I made this or Brooke, who's Northway Designs. She's on Instagram and YouTube, and she will make you a pack of these, a set of these. This might have been the freebie that she gave me. So it was nice to already have that. And then I did put for you. So I'm hoping that because I put for you, she'll understand that she can like take these off. But if not, it's still super cute as like, I guess, a huge embellishment or a huge tag. But I thought this was such a cute, and I had this idea literally last year and I just never did it. Anyway, so I have that. And then I did make her a little sequins mix, and this actually matches the collection, but I think it matches a lot of Halloween, and it has a lot of fun sequins. Surprisingly, I was gonna say I didn't make any shakers, but I did. I couldn't help myself. I did one shaker item. I didn't make any shaker embellishments, but yeah, this is just like a super cute mix, and I just put this little bow and stapled this on, and that was that. So that was one of the items. I also gifted her one of these little guys that I got from Dollar Tree. I think I got this last year. And I just put a little rosette to make it cute. And I just filled it with like a bunch of candy in here. So that's another one of the items that's kind of store-bought, but it's a little bit edited. I also made her a tassel. And this tassel, again, another thing that I don't think I hauled, but Dollar General had these things. There was like a big pack of them for $1. They were basically just pumpkins, like plastic pumpkins. And I like put a hole in it and put it on here as like a huge bead. And then I used some of the beads that I hauled from Temu, Ali, all over the place, the Rosette Guru, which I do have a haul that's coming up. And then I just put a big lobster clasp on it. And I actually am going to do a tutorial on tassels, because I did follow Leslie's tutorial to make my other tassels, but on this tassel I did something different because I found the tassel making section to be so tedious. Oh my gosh. So anyway, this is so cute, and I love that this turned out. It was like, you know, in my brain, and I thought about hanging this to something, like hanging it to this, but I don't know. I might, because I just think that would be so cute, right? I might hang it to that. We'll see. Okay, so I did make that. I also made her this little paper clip, and it's actually a clothespin. And this is actually sticky notes that I laminated. And then this is just a bow that I made using those same sequins, but I just stuck them behind here to make this kind of a spiderweb bow. And yeah, this came together cute. I wanted to make this into an embellishment somehow, so I laminated a Post-it note, basically fussy cut it, and then did that. And I thought that was cute. Okay, I also made her one of these little acrylic things, which I also made in my boo mail. So I did make one of these for her. So that's another item. And then I am just gifting her some of these little spiders, and I made it the world's tiniest little bag topper in one of the spiders, so I could kind of show her how I use them sometimes, and the tiniest rosette. And so I just gifted her some of those. I also made her this little Post-it note thing. I have been using these. Somebody made me one of these, and I've been using it like crazy because I've been trying to do more tutorials, and this is what I use when I'm like trying to write out, like to label the when I'm making the tutorial, like when I'm determining the measurements, I've been using these to write the measurements on. So these are just cute to have near your desk. And I did put some of the puffy stickers, and this is the acetate from the collection. I just thought it was so super cute. So I did make her one of those. And then this is the only shaker element that I did. I did this last year too, where I took one of these Dollar Tree, like, you know, they sell these coffins, and I made it into a shaker. I added backing underneath and then made it into a shaker. And then this, I think I got this idea from Tony last year, and it wasn't until I was packaging that I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I made Liana a dangle, but Tony had the idea because this thing has 2 holes in the back. She was like, oh, you could put a dangle on this. So that's what I did. So I made her a dangle, and I put her name on it, and I just wire wrapped a bunch of beads, and then I made it into a keychain, because that's like, I just feel like that's a better use of them. But if she wants to add a lobster clasp to it, she can. But I just feel like it's better as like a keychain. And actually I need to make myself one of these, because this came out so stinking cute. So next year I'm gonna make one for myself next year, and like wear it on my purse all season, because this is so stinking cute. And here's a close up. So yeah, so there's that. And I just hung it from there, and I used a pipe cleaner so that it will not come off. Because I tried doing like a hanging element in a box before on a swap that I had sent to Lacey, and it came off. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something more sturdy. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can do that thing that Tony showed us. So then I just used some of my Lawn Fawn washi to make sure that this stays closed so nothing breaks. I also created for her one of my zipper totes, and I made this out of tablecloth, like the EVA, the tablecloth that is just like from the Dollar Tree. That's like, it has the like the flannel. I think sometimes it's called flannel backed. And I bought some of it from Target for $3, some of it from Dollar Tree for $3, and I made a bunch of these for my boo mail, and I also made one for her. And I didn't actually remember to hang zipper pulls on theirs, but I hung one on hers because I remembered. And so inside here I just put some like goodies, like this little pen, and a roll of ribbon. Oh, and some of the goodies this is from Target, and this is actually, so the bottle is from Dollar Tree, but these are like neon things that I've been using so much this year. So I just gave her some, like a small little vial of it. The inside is also that tablecloth. It's nice because when you make these, because there's fleece in the back, they're kind of like already lined. And these these little marker things came from Michael's, I think last year, in like a 3-pack. So anyway, I finally opened them, and I used them. We used one of them for her this year. So I did make that for her. And then The last made item is this, and I had hauled this. This is a pill container from the Dollar Tree, and I told you guys that I thought it would be a cute embellishment box, and that is what I have made it into. It is an embellishment box. It is full. Like, there are so many cabochons in here because each of these I feel like I could fit like 6 cabochons. It was so many. So I literally filled every single one of these like full of Halloween cabochons. So she should be all set for years to come. And then I just made it cute. I put like, these are the Doodlebug puffy stickers. I love them so much. They're so expensive, but you get a huge sheet of it. Let me see if I have it right here. Yeah, I used quite a bit of it this year, but you get like a huge sheet. And so that's what I used on here. And I used all the little candy corn and even the little stars, the little pieces. I sometimes have trouble like utilizing them. So I kind of decorated it up. And then I also put little pumpkins on the side. I thought this came out so adorable. This might be my favorite item because it's just so stinking cute. And I think that's it for all the handmade items. Hey, I actually forgot about one more thing. I also made her this beaded pen, and I thought this was so cute. I bought the base of it, and honestly, most of the beads, like definitely these 2 beads from the Rosette Guru, and this bead right here, this one. Let me see if I can put something white behind here so you can actually like see it. Yeah, there you go. This bead is my favorite bead of the season. This one, like this little cracked. I'm gonna see if she has more because I used so many on my Poke Tools this year. Now I feel like I need some more. I feel like I only have like 3 left and I need more. So I did also make her this beaded pen, and I forgot to show you guys. So the rest of the stuff that I got for her is store-bought. So I'm sending her a big old box of goodies. And I'm excited for her to open it. It's got to get there after Halloween because I'm mailing. The swap was due on November 1st. And I'm always sliding in after the deadline. So all my Halloween stuff is getting to all the people late after Halloween. It's not late, but it's not like early either. And she sent her super early, and I didn't want to open it because I wanted to like make hers and then open it. But anyway, make sure you go to her channel so you can see the full reveal and you can see all the extra goodies that I got for her. I won't post this video until after she gets it and post hers. And thank you guys, as always, so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.